Hello, Alvis. I'm April Pope, Certified Financial Planner and your 401k advisor. I'm here today for our 401k annual enrollment meeting. So I'm excited to share with you the benefits that you have available through your 401k plan and show you how to get enrolled today. Before we start, though, I do want to say thank you for the work that you do. I truly value the work that Alvis does in the community. It's so important and so vital, and all that you've been doing and fighting through this whole COVID, coronavirus craziness. We really, really appreciate the work that you do. So it is an honor and a privilege for me to help and make sure that those of you that are on the front line doing the work that our community and world truly needs, to make sure that you can retire with dignity when that time comes. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help with financial wellness in general, retirement, debt elimination planning, budgeting, saving for college, anything that you think of that you may have questions about. That's what I'm here for. So please feel free to reach out. So today we're going to more specifically focus on your retirement plan. And so we're going to make sure you have the ins and outs. We have little slideshow here for you today. And this is going to be our annual enrollment meeting. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to have on our agenda today are as follows, these things. We have why start saving now for retirement and not later. How much money do you need in retirement? So we're going to help you figure that out. How to understand what your plan offers, the features, the benefits. We're going to go through that. And finally, we're going to go ahead and show you how to enroll. So we should be able to take care of this no more than 20, 25 minutes. We should be done here. All right, let's talk about why start now. So I was watching NBC and I saw Susie Orman, and she used to be one of my favorite um, TV show hosts. She had a show on Saturday nights, and I would nerd out and watch the Susie Orman show. So when I saw this, I thought of open enrollment meeting or the annual enrollment meeting. I'm like, this is a great uh, picture and example of why to start saving now. So what this example, and of course you'll see the disclaimer, this is hypothetical and educational purposes only, now that we have that out of the way. What this example is saying, what if you had an extra $200 a month that you put away into your retirement account? Her example here is a Roth IRA. That's still a retirement account. It just goes in after taxes, and it's tax-free when you take it out. So it's actually really, really cool. But let's just say you put away 200 bucks a month, $100 a pay period out. If you did that at age 30, and when you woke up and you were 70, which goes faster than we think, you'd have over $1 million, $1.1 million. That's assuming average rates of return that the market is getting. This is invested in the market. So that average rate of return that the market has gotten over the history, you'd have $1.1 million. If you didn't start at 30, but you waited till 40, 10-year difference, right? Now you only have $400,000 in your account. That's a $700,000 difference by waiting 10 years. So my goal of showing this is not to make those of us 40 and above, me included, feel bad because we didn't start at 30. No. If you are 30, great. We just made you a millionaire. Go ahead and do that. If not, the point here is if you're 40, if you're 50, if you're 60, start now. Don't wait another 10 years. So instead of kicking yourself and saying, oh, I'm 50, I should have started, I didn't do it. Don't wait till 60. It's going to be really hard to catch up. So just showing you how 10 years can make a huge difference. So start now. It's better to start now, start small. It might seem hard. You might think you have everybody competing for your money with bills and everything like that. Alvis does offer some free money in the way of matching, so to help you get there a little faster. But just think about what, if anything, 1% if you can of your take home of your salary, at least give yourself. You're giving this to yourself. This is your money instead of giving it to everyone else. We usually get our paycheck and pay everybody else. So how about starting with giving to yourself right away? So I thought that was just a really good, quick example of why you should start now and don't let another decade pass you by. Okay, so speaking of which, how do you even figure out how much money you need to save for retirement? That's kind of a crazy thing to think about. What is this pile of money I need? So to give you an idea, Retirement is not an age. Let me say that. It's not 65. It's not 60. It's when you have enough money in the bank. That's when you can retire. So let's look at this. There are so many calculators. You can Google retirement calculators anywhere you want. I'm just going to go to the one on our website because I know that one is there and you don't have to log in or do anything else. So I clicked on retirement. And if we go down here to calculators and saving for retirement, this is going to give us an idea, just a ballpark of how much we need to save per month to reach our goals. So this, you can say whatever, let's say we're 35 years old. Let's say our annual income, well, let's keep with the 35 theme, is $35,000. Let's say we're not married. Currently, what do we have in retirement at 35? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Since we're sticking with 35, let's say you have $35,000 in your retirement. And you're 35, you're probably going to work at least another 30 years. Let's just keep that at 65. You're going to live 20 years in retirement. I think you'll live at least 20 years in retirement. We'll keep that there. And then these numbers are filled in for you. Inflation, if you feel like changing that, you can, but it just says how things get more expensive every year. And then we're going to assume that you need to live on 75% of what you make now. And so ideally, you don't need all of the money that you make now when you retire, because if you have a house that should be paid off, you're not paying for kids, they're out of school, hopefully by then. And you just have less everyday expenses. So you don't need your full salary now. And then we're going to just assume an 8% return. We're going to go ahead and say, yeah, let's let Social Security benefit kick in. That's only really designed to cover like 40% of your retirement funds. So let's see what happened. Are we on track or not? When are we going to run out of money? Oh, well, we did a good job. So congratulations. It appears you've saved enough money for your goal. Okay, that's too good to be true. Let's change some things up. Let's say that we do not have $35,000 in retirement. We only have 10,000. I want to see somebody fail. Let's see it not fail because we want to see some corrections. What can we do? Okay, here we go. So this, if we only had 10,000 in retirement, it says, look at the results. Based on the inputs you've provided, to provide, the income you desire, you're going to need to save about 4.4% of your yearly income. But what's great is right below they break it down. That would be about $130 more per month to hit your goal. So this gives you an idea. Oh, okay, $130 a month. Okay, so we get paid about twice a month. Okay, so I could do $60, $65 extra pay. Heck yeah, to reach my goal. This gives you an idea, and you can play around with these numbers as much as you want. You can't change your age, but you can play around with these numbers and make them yours so that you can get to the number that you want to figure out how much you should be putting away per month. Now, we will talk about percentages, but that was just a quick example to show you exactly what you would need to put away, or not exactly, an estimate of what you may need to put away to reach your retirement goals. All right. Now, understanding your plan, let's get into the nuts and bolts here. So, this is specific to the Alvis plan. When can you join? How can you contribute? And how do you get free money, most importantly? So, let's jump into this. First off, when can you participate? Well, you're eligible to contribute your own funds into the plan after you've worked at Alvis for 120 days and are 20 years of age. So you can get in pretty quickly, and I would suggest getting in right away when you become eligible. Now let's talk about how money goes into your account. So there are three ways you can have money go into your account. One, you can put it from your own paycheck, your money going in, you funding your retirement. That's the best way. Two, you can also roll money in from a former retirement account. So if you worked somewhere before Alvis and you want to roll those funds into your 401k, you have that option. You don't have to, but you have that option. So reach out to me. I can help you look at what your options are and figure out what's going to be in your best interest. And number three, Alvis contributes on your behalf. So that's the free money we're talking about. Let's get into those details. So money from your paycheck, you can select a specific percentage of your salary, and those are called salary deferrals. So you can either do those pre-tax or Roth. And pre-tax or Roth, it's really just how you're putting your money in. Do you want to put it in before you pay taxes? If you do that, that's pre-tax. So it scoots over into your 401k before you pay taxes, so you're not taxed on that in your paycheck at that time. However, it grows tax deferred the whole time, but when it's time to take money out, if you're in that pre-tax account, whatever you take out will be taxed at your income tax, and whatever that'll be when you retire in 20, 30, 40 years. The other way is Roth. So Roth, you don't take the tax cut now or the tax break now. You put money in after tax. Just like your traditional one, it grows without any taxes the whole time. And when it's time to take it out, you don't pay taxes at all. It's tax free. So there's benefits. You may want to check with your advisor, your CPA, your accountant, someone like that. I can talk with you if you have just specific questions to figure out what's going to be in your best interest. And you can split and do a little bit of both. So let me know if I can help you with the specifics of whether you should do pre-tax, Roth, or both. Um, just know too, this is not a final decision. You can make changes to your salary deferral over the phone or online. You can also stop them. So it's not like you make it 5% and then it's there forever. You can change that. And just know that nobody's going to make that decision for you. So when you log in, you do need to, for the first time, make your salary deferral percentage amount known so that they'll know how much to take out of your paycheck. Pretty simple. Rolling funds from a former retirement plan. So I just mentioned that you have an old one. Call me, let me know. They may have paperwork. I've done this for several of the employees here. We call them three-way to see what they need and help you process that if you want to roll it into your 401k. But we also can go over your different options. You may not want to roll it in here and it may not be in your best interest. So we'll go over what's going to be best for you. And that's me when it says check with your 401k advisor. Call April. All right, how to get some free money. So after you've been employed for 12 months and worked 1,000 hours, Alvis is going to start to match your contributions. So the way their matching formula works is they're going to match dollar for dollar or 100% up to the first 3% of your salary. You put in 3%, they're putting in 3%. After that, they match 50 cents on the dollar for the next two percentages. So it sounds a little confusing. I'll do a little math for you to help you out. So this really means if you put in 5, Alvis is going to put in an additional 4. So that means you have 9% going into your retirement and you're only responsible for 5 of it. That's pretty good. So make sure you take advantage of that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Now, can you borrow from your account? I get this questions a lot. I get this a lot. So yes, you may request a loan from your account, but it's for financial hardship reasons only. And these are outlined by the IRS. So it's medical expenses, funeral expenses, any major financial hardship, and you have to have documentation. So the loans, if you do have one and you qualify for one because it's a financial hardship, loans can't be more than half of your balance or $50,000. They also are charged an interest rate at 1% over prime. You have to have at least $1,000 loan, no little $200 loans. They have to be at least $1,000. You can only have one loan at a time, and they're going to be paid back through your payroll deduct. And this I love. All loans are going to be reviewed and approved by benefits administrators. They're a third party. TPA is what they're called, a third party administrator, kind of like an accountant for the plans. They don't work for Elvis, just like I'm not an Elvis employee. So this is your business. You go there, they're the ones that are approving it. So you're not going to your manager or anything and asking for a hardship loan. It's totally taken care of outside of Elvis. All right. So time to enroll. Let's see what this actually looks like. So if you have not enrolled yet in the plan and you're eligible, then you can go ahead and follow me if you want to do this right now to lfg.com/register. When you get there, it's going to look like this. You're going to have to answer, put your birth date, social, zip code, say you're not a robot, all that jazz. Then you're going to have to set up your security, just like any other online account, password, um, username, password, little security thing, your cell phone so they can text you, all that jazz. It gets done, voila, you have a username and password. Then you're going to be able to actually log in. So if we go to lfg.com, you're going to be able to hit login and use that information that you just set up. And I'll use demo to log into your account. Once you log in, you're going to first it'll say, congratulations, you're enrolled, because you've already picked your percentage and added your beneficiaries and things like this. Now you have a dashboard. And this is what you'll see every time you log in. And so a couple of things here that are important. Your balance will be here. Of course, if you're just starting, it'll be 0. But you can check that all the time. If you're waiting for a rollover or something, you can always log in and see what your balance is. This is a little, am I on track for retirement? So there's actually, we have another one where we'll go over the details, but this is just a quick overview of, you can see if you're on track for retirement and play around with different scenarios. My favorite part, I think, of this tool is right here. here's your current contribution. So you picked 6 way back whenever you logged in, and you're thinking of going up. I'm thinking of like 8%. I don't know. Let me try and do 8%, but I don't know what 8% is. That going to make it? Don't hit update yet. What you can do is before you make that decision, you can click on how does that affect my paycheck? And it's going to show you, oh, if I go to 8%, my paycheck's going to be short $34. Can I do a less $34 less? Okay, well, if I take a $34 hit on my paycheck, 38 is going into retirement because this is pre-tax. So it's not exactly dollar for dollar. So that's not bad. That's a good thing. And then this number is very motivating. So then you're like, wait, what? So what's that $112,000? That's saying if you keep this same change that you just made all the way out into your retirement age and it's invested like you're invested, getting average returns, this could be a $112,000 decision. That means you could have, on average, an additional 100,000 plus dollars in your retirement account when you retire. So this is where you ask yourself, self, forego $34 a paycheck to have an additional 100,000? Yes, just stop talking. Yes, I can. If not, maybe not jump 8, maybe 7%, but just like you to see what that impact is. It's very, very helpful. I also want to make sure you add your beneficiaries. Make sure if you have not, if you're here and you're already enrolled last year and you haven't added beneficiaries, go in, add your beneficiaries. It's very, very important. We want to make sure if anything were to happen to you, your money goes where you want it to go. So be sure to do that. Other than that, you can play around on this site. There's contributions. You can change your contributions, as I was mentioning. You can change your investments down here where it says view or change my investments. You can do whatever you want. You can pick them. You can go to your own investment choice and see the entire lineup of what you want to. Here's all the funds available on the platform for you. And so this is a demo. These are not your actual funds. Yours will be loaded in there when you log in. But you can make your investments. You can change your contributions. You can pretty much do anything. You can't update your address on here. You need to do that through Alvis. But anything else you can pretty much do right here on this site. So it's pretty good. So the last thing before we head out of here, I do want to go over what I'm attaching, which is your enrollment kit. So you can follow this as well, and it has some different examples of saving and how that could help you in the future and things. So let me pull that up quickly before we get out of here. And this, you have an electronic version, so I'm attaching this as well. But this is your Alvis 401k enrollment kit. So it talks about, seeing yourself in retirement. My contact information is here if you need help. Put the power of the plan to work for you. So they talk about tax advantages and how you might get free money, which you do because you do have a match. Also, there's the website again to log online. So I won't walk through this whole thing. This just shows you a lot about the plan, all the details of the plan. So it talks about saving, how much, what percentage, how starting earlier helps you out. And then the one thing I do want to show is where your money is going if you did not select your own investments. So that's called the qualified default investment alternative. And what that means, a big long word for Alvis has made a really good decision to put your money into a managed account with professional money managers that are going to manage your account based on your age and some other factors about you. And they're automatically, as you get closer to retirement, it's going to get more and more and more conservative. And so this is like a really fancy target date, but it's just designed for those that aren't going to they don't want to pick investments. They just want to say, you know what, somebody else do that for me. I'll let the money managers do that. And so Stadion is who does that for you. And so they are a professional money manager. They have some really good tools and things online. But I just wanted to let you know your money will be invested even if you don't make a selection. We're not going to have your retirement fund sitting in cash just because you can't decide which mutual fund to choose. We've taken care of that for you. So that is all I have for today. We do have a chat with a planner coming up here soon on April 8th. So if you have any questions about what we went over today, as you can see right here, first, you can always call Lincoln 800-510-4015 if you have any questions as you're logging in, as you're username, password, lockout, all that kind of stuff. Anything with the website, or you want to know your balance or anything, or need to talk about uh, beneficiaries, anything that Lincoln can do on their site, you can call them. And then we do have a chat with a planner day, CFP, that's just chat with a certified financial planner. That's coming up April 8th. So you can book a call with me, a 20-minute one-on-one at meetwithapril.com. And I would love to help you with anything that you have questions about, whether it's the retirement plan or financial wellness in general. Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed talking with you. I wish it were in person. Maybe next year we'll be back in person and I can come and visit all of the sites. But for now, we're in virtual world, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Have a great day.